Bang. There we go. Should have sound now. Apologies. No sound. We're there. Chris, Oisin, good to see you guys. And who have we got in on TikTok? Dino is there. Good to see you, pal. Com is there. Bobby is in as well. Cobby is there too. Good to see you guys. Theo, Shane, good to see you all, guys. Smash a like on the video if you haven't already done so. But yeah, really looking forward to this game, I have to say. And it's been I don't know, the last few games I think have been decent. Maybe we're starting to get into the, I suppose the good games of the World Cup, hopefully, because we've had a few duds along the way. Aaron is there as well. Well made. What's your score prediction? Mine is 2-1 to Spain. I have a feeling that Spain are going to give Germany a bit of a runaround. Now, I could be wrong. If the first games are anything to go by, obviously Germany were quite poor and Spain were very good. So, yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. Dylan says, how's minding the daughter been? It's been good, Dylan. Appreciate it, man. My mum is minding her for an hour or so, putting her to bed for me so we can do this watch along. So happy days. Bob is in. Good to see you as well, Bob. Oisin says, all good now, Jack. Good evening. See, you haven't lost the hair, minding a small one. No, I haven't. Still a good strong hairline there. Oisin says 3-1 to Spain. Cooper is in as well. Yeah, get your score predictions in, guys. Let me know what you think. Theo says, it's been a World Cup of surprises, so I'm going Germany 2-1. There we go. I'm going to get the TV up and running here, guys. And hopefully, I played around with some of the settings on YouTube as well, so hopefully it doesn't glitch like it did the last night. But yeah, let's see what happens. But yeah, all good. Yeah, look, I have a feeling Spain, if they play anything like they did in the first game, then I think they could easily run away with this. But yeah, these are the games you watch the World Cup for, really, isn't it? Germany, Spain, these big games that don't come around that often. And usually when they do come around, you see them in the latter stages of the World Cup, the quarterfinals, semi-finals, that kind of stuff, even finals, So I'm looking forward to it, I really am. Let's see. Ben is in as well. Good to see you, pal. Bob says 2-1 Spain, late goal for Germany. Oisin says, wife just walked in here, first time listening to a watch along, not sure how to gauge her reaction. Just look at that hairline. Look. I mean, if she doesn't stay in watching for that, I don't know what she's watching for. Germany 4-2 says Chris. Muller for 2. Musiala 1. Goretzka 1. Spain, Torres and Pedro. There we go. Big shout outs there. Big predictions. But yeah, happy days. So yeah, all good. But yeah, good to see so many people in, guys. Like I said, we're going to aim for 20,000 likes on TikTok. So if you have 30 seconds, tap that screen a few times, gets more people into the chat. And like I said, anybody watching on YouTube, please take a second, hit the thumbs up button for me as well. And if you're new to either channel, hit the follow button on TikTok or the subscribe button on YouTube. But yeah, if you want to watch the full experience as well, guys, anybody on TikTok, we're live on YouTube as well. We've got the starting 11 on the screen. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, all of that good stuff. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube and you'll find us, and hit the subscribe button. Theo says, Gakpo to United, ? What about Tony? Well, Ivan Toney is in a bit of hot water over alleged betting rule breaches. So I don't think United are going to be going in for him. He's looking at some serious repercussions. But in relation to Gakpo, I'm all for it. I mean, we see what he's doing in the World Cup. He's already, after having, 2 great games, scoring 2 goals. So I'd be happy with Gakpo coming to United. And reports suggest that United basically had a deal done for him in the summer, and it fell through at the last minute. So you would expect United to be in the driving seat for him if a deal can get done in January. Let's see. Chris says, England all flustered after the big tie, says Chris. Absolutely. Zach says 1-0 to Spain. Southgate getting murdered in the press, says Chris. Yeah, well, it's typical English. You know, I mean, Southgate is the most successful English manager since Alf Ramsey in '66 when they won the World Cup. So it's, you know, I mean, if they qualify, it'll all be forgotten about. And, you know, I think the judgment with England comes game on game rather than, you know, a kind of a group of games or a tournament in general, you know. Oshin says Germany got a big favour today, but I can see them going home early. Dylan says, how's the wife? Hope she's enjoying her holiday. She is, yeah, she's having a great time. 22 degrees in Seville at the moment, so well for some. It's like 7 degrees here. Gakpo deal agreed. They just have to put in the bid, says Chris. Yep, there we go. And we, you know, as you know, United in general, we do need to bulk up that squad in the January transfer window. So hopefully not only Gakpo, but we can get a couple of other signings in the door. Thoughts on a Saudi takeover, says Mark. Look, I'm not against it. I'm absolutely not against it. I don't care who the owners are in the future. The one thing I would say is that it would be hard to be any worse than the current owners that we have. And, you know, a lot of people saying about, you know, sports washing and things like that. And as fans, that's not something we can really deal with or control. We can just hope for the best and hope that our owners are competent and invest properly into the club. Owen says, what's the score? It hasn't kicked off yet, Owen. About 5 minutes to go before kickoff. If you want to, you know, keep an eye on the score, we've got the scoreboard on the YouTube. We're live over there as well. Click on the link on my homepage or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. We're live over there as well. What happened to jersey, pal, says Jimmy. I have it here. The Brazilian jersey, I have it here, but on YouTube, I don't know how to correct the settings. I just disappear because of the green and yellow. Yeah, it's pure see-through, so I can't wear it. But, everybody knows I'm shouting for Brazil anyway. Does Amber support LGBTQ? I have no idea what that is all about. 2-1 to Germany, says Brian. Jimmy says, not against human rights. Nice. And Theo says, will the Glazers pay 80 million for a striker if they're looking to sell? Well, the one thing I would say about that, and people have said that to me already, why would they buy when potentially they're going to be selling the club? And the more good players you can get into a squad, the bigger the asset is, you know, and the chances then of the club going for a higher profit. You know, so there's pros and cons to both. There really is. Cooper says, did you hear that we want to sign Mbappe? Look, Mbappe is going to be linked with everybody in the summer. You know what I mean? But, yeah. Dylan says, how's your Chinese? Oh, how was your Chinese? It was absolutely beautiful. So it was. Chris says, as long as the owners care about the club, yeah, absolutely. And Cooper says, I love the German anthem. It's a good one, all right. It certainly is. Michael is in and says, Belgium were piss poor earlier. I heard, didn't see the game, just got the score. Yeah, they were poor. They were kind of stuttering, but Lukaku came on as a sub in the second half. I don't know, they're probably missing him, I'd have to say, a little bit. They don't seem to have too much firepower going forward. Kevin De Bruyne is not having the best of tournaments so far. He seems to be trying to do too much, giving the ball away a lot, running into dead ends. Janat says, do you think Manolo is at the game? I have no idea, to be honest. I have to say it. Chris says Belgium were awful. And Oshin says, Joe Felix apparently wants out of Atletico. Think he'd suit the Ten Hag style. Yeah, I did hear that. And he probably will go, if not in the summer, if not in January, then in the summer. And United have been heavily linked with him. So as long as you know, we're signing players that buy into the Ten Hag way. If Ten Hag wants them, you know, I think Ten Hag already been given the power to sign who he wants more so than the club going out and signing players is a good thing. So I think we can take it at face value now that any player that we sign in January will be a Ten Hag signing and not a Manchester United signing. You know, not a not a signing by the board or by the owners. So if Ten Hag wants him, I'm all for it, because, he's done a good job in the transfer market so far and who he signed. Good quality, good mentality, in terms of players and stuff. So I'm happy. Let's see. Hazard is done, says Oshin. Yeah, he is. He's just so lazy, really, isn't he? But, he has them moments of brilliance, but it's only so much that can, only such amount of time that can go on for, But yeah, really, nearly ready to go here, guys. Just about to kick off. We'll get the timer up and running here on YouTube as well. But yeah, keep smashing that like button for us. Over 5,000 likes already, which is great. Really appreciate everyone who's hitting the like button. Share it with any of your friends if you think they might want to watch as well. And hit the follow button if you're new. Pat says Cristiano Ronaldo is free if you want them. Yeah, that'd be some turnaround, wouldn't it? Make up all of this that Ronaldo wants out, cancel his contract, Glazers decide to sell, and then re-sign him on a free in January. It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Once the Glazers are gone. But yeah. We're having a beer as well, by the way. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Happy Sunday. And we're up and running. We are up and running. Beckham rumoured to buy United, says Dylan. Beckham won't be buying United. Beckham will be the face of a consortium, if that makes sense. So he'll be the head man that, that will put his name towards a group of people who want it, because Beckham wouldn't have enough to buy Manchester United on his own. He's not a billionaire, so but I know what you mean. They have sat De Bruyne out in the wing and not free flowing like City, says Chris. Belgium is an old team, no fresh legs. Yeah, they certainly are an aging team, you'd have to say. Jack, why is De Gea not in the squad, says Cooper? Well, he's just not fancied. He wasn't even in the 56-man preliminary squad for Spain, which was crazy, you would have to say. So he's just obviously not fancied by the manager. Ronaldo will not play for Ten Hag, says Chris. Leaked today that Beckham has signed Messi for Inter Miami. I seen reports of that. I would be surprised if he ends up going to the MLS this soon. I mean, I do think he's got a couple of years left in him. Now, maybe he's doing the right thing in going to America, to a so-called lesser league, and finishing his career in Europe, not on a high, but he doesn't want to, peter out and because it can be very easy if you go on and on and on and on and you get poorer and poorer and poorer as a player, sometimes people will remember you for being that type of player. Whereas, if you look at Eric Cantona, for example, with Manchester United, he literally retired when he was at his peak. And that's what everybody remembers him for, So there's pros and cons to both. Let's see what people are saying on TikTok here. Theo says, could the class of 92 get together to buy United? I don't think so. They wouldn't have the money, You're talking 6 or 7 billion and they don't have that kind of money. They really don't. First Advent Sunday here. The orange stars are up in the windows at the homes. Happy days. Willie says, any news on the Dubai consortium taking over? No, there's been no real updates on it, guys, but it's going to be a long drawn out process, I think. I don't think we're going to have new owners before the end of this season, this Premier League season. So if we do, then happy days. I mean, the quicker this can get done, the better. And there is people saying, well, look at how quickly the Chelsea deal got done. And that was slightly different because, Roman Abramovich was, basically told he had to sell the club by the government, by the UK government. So this can be drawn out a bit longer, and the Glazers can say, if an offer of 7 billion comes in, they can sit on that for a week, a month, 2 months to see if anyone else comes in with a higher offer. So you just never know. There was rumours, I think, that Ronaldo will be paid 35 pund for a club if he joined a week. And Oshin says, Messi has watched Ronaldo and thought, that's not for me. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. And Cooper says, hashtag Glazers out. Absolutely. Absolutely. Man United want to buy who? Well, the main player we've been linked with is Cody Gakpo. There has been links with Osimhen as well from Napoli. But again, I think that would be a much harder deal to do in January, considering how well Napoli are doing this season. You know. What's the score, says Edward? It's 0-0. Just over 4 minutes gone. If you want to check out the YouTube channel, guys, we've got the scoreboard up over there as well. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel. Here's Spain coming now. Pull to the edge of the box. Oh, poor first touch. Asensio couldn't get his first touch right, and Germany cleared their lines. Jeez, I don't think the ref left any wet look gelling guitar. That's some Barna. I haven't seen him yet. I'll get a look at him now. It is said that Feyenoord need money, says Janet. Well, Gakpo is playing with PSV. Supposedly they're looking for money as well. I don't know if that's who you meant, but what is the snack of your choice today, says Cooper. I forgot to bring him in with me. I'll go and grab him now in a minute. I need to stop eating on these lives, guys. I'm doing too many of these lives, and I'm eating these multi-packs of sweets every time. Need to watch the figure a little bit here. Jenna says, I'm in PSV. Yeah, but I do know what you're saying there. PSV are looking, to sell players. Whether that's January or whether they're going to hang on until the summer, who knows. But an all-time World Cup squad. Jesus, Dylan. An all-time World Cup squad. Sorry, now give me 1 second. I just want to make sure that this is all. Here's Gavi now. Asensio gets it wide. Oh, he rattles the crossbar. What a strike. And Neuer is doing that, saying I had it covered. Yeah, no more had that covered now than the man on the moon. What a strike. Oh, he saved it. He fought. Jesus, I apologise, Neuer. What a save. What a save that was. I do apologise. And it was Olmo with the strike. Oh, what a save by Neuer. Could easily have been 1-0 there. Only for the big man in the sticks. And Spain have started really positively here now. And they win a throw down in the Germany corner again. Great start by Spain. An all-time first 11 would be easier, says Oshin. Sorry, guys. Lovely football but from Spain, says Michael. Yeah, it is. That was some save. They're just showing a replay of it here again. Great hand to it. And just tipped it onto the crossbar. Right, let's have a chat about it then. So we're talking best World Cup team of all time. Now, not an actual team. So the best 11. We can have players from different nations. So we'll start with the goalkeeper. So get your opinions in on the goalkeeper, and we'll run down through this. Let me get pen and paper. It'll keep us busy while the game is going on. So we'll start with goalkeepers. Get your opinions in. The best World Cup goalkeeper in history. I mean, there has been some very good ones. There really has. You know, even Dino Zoff has to be in the contention, says Oshin. Yep. There was always a big talk about that Russian, not Russian, it was a USSR goalkeeper back in the day. Back in, was it the 30s or 40s? What was his name? Yesen, I think, was it? Or somebody like that anyway. Buffon, or Yashin. That's the one I'm on about, Bob. Yashin. Peter Schmeichel says Kuber. Here's Goretzka coming out for Spain or for Germany. Slip ball into Gnabry. Can he get a touch? He does. But Seaman is out quick. And an offside flag goes up in the end. Right, we'll go with Dino Zoff then to start. Right, we have Dino Zoff. Right, that's the goalkeeper. So if we go right back. So, right back, I don't think, in terms of my opinion of a right back is going to be, I don't think you can look too much further than Cafu from Germany. Or not from Germany, from Spain. But I'm open to suggestions about other right backs. Oshin says Cafu. Chris says Maldini. Was Maldini not more of a left back? I think. But I think we'd have to go with Cafu. That's an easy enough one, I think. Left back then. Who do we go with? Lamb says Riki. Lamb is not a bad shout either. Lamb is not but I don't think, and Dylan says Lamb as well. But I just think Cafu was just that bit above. Left back then you're talking, I mean the standout one is Roberto Carlos really, isn't it? Maldini has to be in the shout as well. Does Maldini play a left back? Could play Maldini left back. Oshin says Maldini left back, Roberto Carlos. Right, the majority of people are saying Roberto Carlos, so we'll go with Carlos left back. Right, centre backs then. Who are we talking centre backs? Jesus, now this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. Irwin says Riki. He played in the 94 World Cup. Spain coming again down the left-hand side here. Olmo tries to draw a foul, but ref waves play on, and Germany will clear their lines here. Yeah, Germany are struggling to get into possession a bit here. Nothing sure says Paul McGrath. I do understand that Paul McGrath was an unbelievable player, but we're talking World Cups here. We're talking about centre backs who have won, multiple World Cups. Michael hit the nail on the head as a player that I was thinking about in terms of Beckenbauer. I think he has to be in there. Few people saying it here on YouTube as well. So I think Beckenbauer goes in. And the second one then. Cannavaro says Oshin. Kuber is having to take the piss surely with Harry Maguire. Oshin says Bobby Moore, yeah, you could put him in there as well. What about, let me just throw one at you here now. How do you pronounce it? Is it it was the Argentinian centre back. Pazzarella? Anybody remember him? No. Was it 70? I think he was on the He was definitely on the 86 squad. I think he was in the 78 squad as well. Maldini says Chris. Maldini. Lalas. Lucio from Brazil says Oshin. Pazzarella. Michael. Yeah, Pazzarella. We'll go with Maldini. Okay, we'll go with Maldini. Because I just don't think you can leave him out. He was just too fucking good. Right, we'll do... We'll do... What will we do? Will we do... let me see. We do... We'll just do a straight 4-4-2, will we? Subject is, Paul, we're picking the best 11, the best World Cup 11 of all time. So the players can be, you know, from any country. We have the defence and the goalkeeper sorted so far. We have Zoff in goal, Cafu right back, Roberto Carlos left back, Maldini and Beckenbauer as centre backs. We're going to do a straight 4-4-2. So we'll pick two centre midfielders. Okay, so pick two centre midfielders and we'll go from there. So, and the only reason I'm doing that is because it leaves us to play two up front, which will make it a little bit easier. So yeah, so if we go centre midfielders, I think Zidane has to be in the equation. I really do. I can't think of a better central midfielder than Zinedine Zidane. So I think we'll have to go with him. So Zidane, I think, definitely goes in. Now, if we're talking maybe a more defensive central midfielder to go with Zidane in the middle of the park, World Cup style, who do you go with? That's a tough one. That is a very tough one. Let's see what people are saying. Scholes says, Ben, not World Cup. Never done it at a World Cup. Roy Keane says, Cooper, same. Never done it at a World Cup. What era is the team to play like now with ball players and old school type of players? Yeah, so we're just picking the best team. So whoever we think. Zidane can sit back. What about Moss says Socrates? Not a bad show. What about I was going to say the guy from Uruguay, Varela. He was unreal. He won it with Uruguay. Did he win it once or twice, I think? I think probably the player that I would go with. Now, because if we're looking at more of a defensive midfielder here, what about Lothar Matthäus of Germany? Now, that was a fucking player. You know what I mean? Shane is saying Xavi, Dylan is saying Pirlo. Yeah, I just think they're very similar to the likes of Zidane. And I don't see either of them getting in ahead of him. I'd like to put a more defensive midfielder in, as Zidane is kind of playing as the... We're doing a straight 4-4-2. You know what I mean? So... Oshin says Lothar is a great shout. Yeah, Lothar Matthäus says T in the UK as well. Pushka says Paul. Busquets says Kai. Busquets is not a bad shout either. I'm going to go with Lothar Matthäus. I think we'll go with Lothar Matthäus. Platini, says John. More of an attacking midfielder, wasn't he? Platini. Beckenbauer, says T. We have Beckenbauer in as a centre-back. I think Puskás was more of an attacking player as well. I'm going to go with Lothar Matthäus. I think he was just the ultimate defensive midfielder. Right, wingers then. Wingers. Well, I think first and foremost, as a wide player, first and foremost, Diego Maradona goes in as a winger for me, right? So that's my show. Jenna says Johan Cruyff never won the World Cup, as good as he was. So we'll struggle to get into this team. So I think we go, and again, I mean, this is a difficult one, wingers, because we could easily put, well, not that we could easily put in it, but let's have a conversation about Messi, because Messi is probably one of the greatest players of all time, but hasn't done it at a World Cup. If we're talking about players who have done it at a World Cup here, then I don't think Ronaldo and Messi get into this team. Get into this, this starting 11. I'm going to put Maradona in. Maradona goes in on the wing. And on the other side, what are people saying? Kai says Cristiano walks in. No, he doesn't, because he hasn't done it in a World Cup. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think I've been thinking the same. Couple of people saying it here. Ronaldinho. I think Ronaldinho. Chris says Maradona is not a winger. Yeah, but he's unbelievable on the ball. You could play him as a winger. You know. He has to be in the squad. You know, he has to be in it. Alright, we'll play a 4-3-3 then. Right? We'll play a 4-3-3. Okay, so we'll switch to a 4-3-3. So we'll put Mateus as a holding midfielder with Zidane and Maradona playing ahead of him. Okay? So Zidane and Maradona both attacking midfielders. So now we have the option of playing 3 up front. Okay? So Mateus holding midfielder, Zidane box to box, and then Maradona as attacking midfielder. So Mateus as the 6, Zidane as the 8, and Maradona as the 10. Right? So 3 up top. Straight away, before anyone else says it, R9 is going in up front, right? Through the middle, R9. Absolutely. 100%. Here's Pedri coming now on the edge of the box. If they can get it wide. No, Germany cleared their lines. So R9 is going in through the middle, straight up, right? I'm going to play Pele as one of the other ones, because Pele has to be in it. I think he's after winning. Did he win 2 or 3 World Cups? Oh, close strike there by Jordi Alba. So Pele goes in as well. So we have R9 Pele and one more spot then. One more spot. Who do we go with? This is tough. We have one more shout. Klinsmann? Nah, I don't think so. Gerard Muller? Miroslav Klose, says Jana. That is a great shout, given the fact that he's the highest scorer in World Cup history. So he does deserve a mention. I don't think he's probably at the same level as some of the other players we could put in the team. Gerard Muller is a good shout. Or what about Ronaldinho as one of the top wide players? Duff, says Shane. Maradona is already in, Cooper. He's an attacking midfielder. Yeah, Dylan says Ronaldinho. Bob says Ronaldinho. Bobby Charlton says Cooper. Eusebio says Michael. Gabriel Batistuta says Paul. I think we'll go with Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho. Now that's some fucking team. That is some team. Garincha was before my time, but meant to be unreal. Says John. Yeah, I mean, there's so many options we could go with here, but I think this is a pretty. I mean, if this was put up on any website saying that this is the greatest team of all time, combined team of all time in the World Cup, then yeah, I think you wouldn't be far wrong. So Dino's off in the goal, Cafu and Roberto Carlos as our fullbacks, Maldini and Beckenbauer as our centre backs, Lothar Matthäus as a holding midfielder with Zidane and Maradona ahead of him. And then the 3 up front are R9 through the middle, Pele on the right and Ronaldinho on the left. That's some team. That is some team. That's some team. Let me know in the comments. Do you agree? Disagree? Let me know. Who would you change? Who would you not change? I'm interested to know what you think. Heskey, says Ben. Can you read the team again, says Cooper. Yeah, Dino's off in goal. Oh, Germany nearly got in there. Oh, what is Simon doing? Passes it straight out to Gnabry. Takes a strike. Oh, and it's wide of the far post. So Dino's off in the goal. Cafu and Carlos as fullbacks. Beckenbauer and Maldini as centre-backs. Then we have Mateus, Zidane and Maradona. And then Pele, R9 and Ronaldinho as the three up front. That is a pretty fucking good team, I have to say. Like, there's not a bad player in that team, isn't there not? Cooper says that team is perfect. Kaká instead of Mateus. No, we need Mateus in as a holding midfielder. We can't go all out attack or we'd have no defensive players. Who manages the team, says John. Fuck, who manages the team? That's a good question. Who manages the team? Greatest World Cup manager in history. The gangster manager, says Cooper. I love it. Great show. Paul says Sir Alex. Simple. No, but it needs to be a World Cup manager. That's the thing. I mean, you talk about managers maybe that have won multiple, not just World Cups, but maybe multiple major trophies with their team. You know, Oshin says Scolari, but do you look at, give me just a quick second here. So, do you go with Didier Deschamps? Great show, because he's won a European Championship and a World Cup with France. So Didier Deschamps gets a good show from me anyway. Southgate, Scolari, Trapattoni, the old Spanish manager at their peak. Yeah, so he obviously won multiple as well. Scolari's a great shout as well. Louis van Gaal, says Paul. For attacking football, Bielsa, says Michael. Bobby Robson handed some of the biggest names in football. Del Bosque, says Janat. I think it's down to between Del Bosque and Didier Deschamps, to be quite honest. And Scolari. Alan Pardew. I'd probably give it to... Yeah, I'll give it to Del Bosque. Or Del Bosque, if that's how you pronounce it. Manager is Del Bosque. Because that Spain team was just unbelievable. You know what I mean? It really was. Marcelo Lippi, says Riki. It's a tough decision because there's been so many good ones. Ian says, not being smart, but did you ever kick a ball in your life? I did, Ian. I played for 25 years. So, there you go. Not being smart, but why would you ask a question? Brazil's current manager, says Cooper. Oshin says the last German guy who sniffed his fingers, what was his name? That was Joachim Low. Mike Bassett. Saudi manager does good team talk, says John. He certainly does. Right, I have to watch a bit of this game here. Be interesting to see, would we ever see the likes of like Jose Mourinho or Pep Guardiola going into international management, you know, once they kind of finish their club career. Ian says, for who, pal? Just a local team here, Ian, where I live. That's all. Where are you from? Cork City, back in the Premier League or in the PL again, says Guinness. I'm from Kilkenny, but I did go to see Cork City an awful lot when I was in college down there. So yeah. Shane Dunn said, are we all forgetting the only international manager with 100% win rate is Big Sam? Big Sam, he would do untold if he had really got a chance there with England. He really would have. Michael says, I reckon Klopp will want the Germany job. Maybe so. Jose will get the Portugal job and still try sell a few players, says user. Kurdistan is in. Good to see you, pal. Thanks for joining us. I need to start watching some of this game. It sounds like a really good one. We've been sidetracked by all of this greatest World Cup team in history. I would love Jose as manager, says Kuber. And Vincent Pozzo won it twice for Italy. Yeah. Who do you think is going to win the World Cup? Brazil, I think. I've been tipping them since before the tournament. I just think their squad depth is unbelievable. I think it'll take them all the way. I really do. Irish says Portugal will win it. I don't know. I know they've only played one game, but I wasn't overly convinced by him in the first game. I hope they don't, to be honest with you, because Ronaldo's in my bad books at the moment. Cooper, there's a team in Ireland called Bohemian FC. Do you know them? Yeah, Bohemians. I certainly do, Cooper. Yeah, absolutely, pal. Bows, bye. Anthony is never better than Saka. Come on, wake up, please. I'm a Man U fan, says Keaton. What are you on about? How about Morocco beating the Belgians? Belgians are in big trouble. They're an aging team, though, aren't they? They're the majority of their star players are over the age of 30 now, and yeah, they just don't look to have that hunger anymore. I'd love Argentina to win it for Messi, says Michael. Yeah, I don't think anyone would begrudge that. Absolutely not. Jock is in. Good to see you, pal. Dino says, which country and player has surprised you so far that you didn't think would do well? I've been very impressed with Ecuador so far, and I've been very impressed with Ener Valencia that's playing up front for him. So yeah, I'd go with that. England will win. Football is coming home, says Keaton. Paul says, I don't think Portugal will win, and I will go on record and say Ronaldo won't score without penalties. Keaton, we heard you. Stop spamming the chat, man. Oh, Torres should have made, or Fernand, yeah, Torres should have made it 1-0. Now, I think it could have been offside in the end. And he'll be happy that it is an offside because he should have scored. Olmo gets in down the left-hand side. He's playing really well. And Fernand Torres makes a really good run. Oh, and it just comes to him about 3 yards outside the 6-yard box. So that would be 9 yards out. And blazes it over the bar, but it's offside in the end. On a serious level, how spoilt and egotistic is Mbappe? He's a fucking good player, though. Should have scored, says Guinness. Yeah, should have, man. Should have. Jenna says England will lose the semi on penalties again. Mark says, you're from Cork. Sounds like he's from Cork, says Mark. No, I'm from Kilkenny, Mark. From Kilkenny, pal. Spain should be in front, says Paul. They should. Let's see what people are saying here. Portugal defence is too bad for them to win, says Chris. Oshin says, I think we should make this a Ronaldo safe space until Portugal are playing. Irish says, it's not that bad. Every big team struggling on their first match. Yeah, look, there can be a bit of nerves there probably as well. You wouldn't know. Absolutely. But, yeah. Thomas is in and says, hello, good to see you, pal. England winning the chocolate gold coins you're getting in the shop. It's not coming home to England. Almo wins a corner. Corner now. Mark says a few counties away. You weren't too far. I went to college in Cork, so that's the connection. I want to get my snack now as well because I'm getting a bit peckish. Oh, Torres in a great block there. This World Cup is jinx. Everyone beating everyone, says Janet. Yeah, well, it's making it a bit exciting, though. That's the one thing I would say about it. Great block there. But Spain are well on top here, you'd have to say. Spain are impressive, has to be said, says Michael. They are. They certainly are. Chris says, sent you a messy article to Insta. Yeah, I'll check it out, Chris, once I'm off, because I'm using my phone for TikTok, so Twigs is in, says Jack is back. Jack is back. Spain definitely top contender, says Gogglebox. Yeah, it's hard to write them off given how well they're playing. It really is. Free to Germany there. Fernand Torres is playing really well. What's the score, says Ushin? It's 0-0 so far, Ushin. Guys, if anybody wants the full experience, you can go over to YouTube. We've got the scoreboard and the timer and the starting 11 all on the screen. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube and you'll get us over there. Kind of the full experience, a wider shot, so landscape, not portrait. Can Spain meet France before the final, says Ushin? I'm not sure, to be honest, Ushin. I really don't know. It'll all depend whether or where people finish in their groups, you know. First place, second, and all that kind of stuff. Owen says, what do you think of Mark Goldbridge? Yeah, I like it. I like Mark Goldbridge. I like the United stand. Some good content. He kind of started all of this stuff, so yeah. I watch an awful lot of United fan channels. Probably my favourite one is the Stretford Paddock. That's probably my favourite one. Stephen Howson and the rest of the lads over there. Jay Motty and a few of the boys. I was actually supposed to be doing a stream with Jay Motty. He's on another channel with guys that I was supposed to be on with, but it fell through in the end. I couldn't do it in the end. But yeah, that's my favourite one. I don't think they can. They're on opposite sides of the draw, says Michael. Gnabry seems to be the outball for Germany as well, and does really well there and wins a free kick. And he is looking dangerous coming up against Jordi Alba, but seems to be the outball for Germany all the time up along the right-hand side. Oshin says, who do you think will win it out? I think Brazil will. Michael says Andy Tate as well. Yeah, Andy Tate does be on it. Again, I was supposed to be on with Andy on a different one as well, but he couldn't make it that time. I was on that stream on the Man United agenda with the guys over there, but Andy was supposed to be on it the same night, but he couldn't make it, so we'll get on with a few of them at some stage. I'll let you all know. Dropping names here. Good chance here now for Germany. Cross into the box. Great ball in. Free header. And Germany go 1-0 up. And it's Rudiger. And talk about against a run of play. And the Spain's defence. It just dissipated into nothing. Where were they all? And this is a massive goal and massively against the run of play. And Germany go 1-0 up. Absolute huge goal here for Germany. And we're going to VAR, supposedly. Referee is calling for the VAR check. Oh, is it offside? No, okay, now it's a check. It's a check. Oh, yeah, he's off. Yeah, Rudiger is off. That's going to be disallowed. That is going to be disallowed. No goal. 0-0 when we play on. But maybe that'll give Germany a bit of impetus to step out. Chris says we dismissed Rabiot for a good transfer target, but he's played well for France. He has, Chris, and I was watching the game last night myself, and I thought the exact same thing. I was saying, Rabiot is playing very well, you know, in both games so far for France. But he does bring a lot of baggage with him. At least with France, it's only a tournament, and then he's gone. You don't have to worry about him for another 3 months. But different kettle of fish when you're getting him in, you know, and how long he can last. He brings a lot of baggage with him, but he certainly is playing well. Why don't we start a Telegram channel if you want, says Cooper. I don't know what that is, Cooper. You'll have to explain that one to me, pal. Oh, Spain are all over the place here, and Germany nearly get in again, but they get lucky, and they're on the break here now, and they've got a 3-on-3. Torres now on the left-hand side with it. Germany get numbers back. Alba's on the overlap and win a good corner out of it. If Poland beat Argentina, and if either Saudi Arabia or Mexico win, Argentina are gone. John says, against the run of play, yeah, absolutely. There's the Brill Cream ref, yeah. He does. He must be sponsored by him. Owen says, sick, have them on my bet slip. Spain now take a short corner and work it around. Cross into the box. Rudiger with a good defensive header away. But Spain will win a throw on the far side. Great to see so many people in, guys. Make sure you smash the like button and hit the follow button if you're new to the channel as well. And hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Michael says they probably would have given that in the Premier League. Chris says, let's go, gents. Subscribe to the YouTube United Community channel. Appreciate it, Chris. Similar to Discord, says Cooper. Yeah. Well, we have the Discord already set up, so if anybody wants to join our Discord, you can go check it out, United Community channel. And to be honest with you, it's quite surprising that this game is 0-0 considering the amount of chances. Oh, Musiala does really well there and wins a free kick. And a yellow card for Busquets in the process. Jack, can you start a World Cup tag on Discord? I certainly can. I certainly can. Let me do that right now for you. I'll do that right now. There you go. All set up, Chris. Rudiger with a strike now. Oh, good save. Bush gets 141st cap tonight for Spain, says Chris. It's unbelievable, really, isn't it? For one player to have 141 caps like that. He's an unbelievable player, you'd have to say, and what a career he's had. And he's still more than holding his own, you know. Two minutes of added time here, guys, which is relatively short considering what we've been seeing. Here's Olmo now. Spain just keeping possession nicely here. Joe says, just put my daughter to sleep. Heard commotion in the sitting room. It's 1-0, says Joe. It's still 0 all on my screen anyway, Joe. I want Ten Hag to stay for a while. Anyway, I don't want the athletic manager, says user. Ten Hag won't be going anywhere, so he won't. Spain's midfield is class, says Michael. Good chance now for Spain before half time to get a free kick into the box here. Oh, good header back. Oh! Bobbling around the box, and Spain eventually win a corner out of it. They're going to need to hurry up here because we're rolling up on the 2-minute mark. Corner in now. It's headed clear. And there's half time. 0-0. 0-0. And if anybody does want to join the Discord, guys, there is a link on my homepage on TikTok. And the Discord is there. And if anybody on YouTube wants to check it out, I'm going to put it up in the chat here now, so you can go and check it out. Give me 1 sec here. But yeah, go check it out. It's where you can find us for the majority of the time in between games, keeping up to date on things and all of that good stuff. Let me see. Social media links. So I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat on YouTube as well. So if you're on YouTube and you want to check out the Discord, click on the link and click on Discord. And then anyone on TikTok, link is on my homepage. All the social medias are there. And Discord is in on it as well. So go and join the Discord. I'm glad you said that, Damien, here about Ten Hag. Yeah, absolutely. Someone, the Atletico manager, has more yellow cards than his squad, Simeone. Absolutely. Absolutely. But let me grab halftime potatoes maybe. Back in a sec. Talk amongst yourselves. All right. We're back. Michael, thanks for the gift. Halftime potatoes. For anyone that's new to the channel, anyone that's not new, you know what that is. Get your hands on a bag if you don't know what they are. Potato, cheese and onion. Unreal. Lad, who will take over at Man United, says Ethan. It's hard to know, Ethan. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people in for it, a lot of consortiums. Chris says, who wants 8 bags of pickled onion meanies? I'll ship them to you. Chris, you're not a fan of them at all. I love them. Send them to me. I'd eat them. Tyke says, King is better than potatoes. Lad, go away with that. That is the most idiotic statement I've ever heard. Michael says, did you try the Coca-Cola ones? I did. They were fucking stink. I hear Apple is buying United, says Eaton. I don't know, it's hard to know. When the reports came out, pretty soon after it, then there was people coming out saying, no, it's not true. And there was people who follow Apple news all the time. And basically journalists in relation to Apple kind of come out and said that they're not buying, you know, so. But we've had a great game here so far, guys. Probably one of the best of the World Cup so far. And really, really impressive. Rumours that Chelsea want Ronaldo, says Dylan. They can have him all they want. Who's winning for the potatoes? Then you have to call it. Spain. Chris said, when the round of 16 is out, we can figure out a bracket to see who gets the most, right? Yeah, sounds good. Get in on the Discord for that. Poe has agreed to personal terms, but that doesn't mean it's over the line, says Mac. Yeah. See, the personal terms are the easy part. And the the transfer fee is going to be the tough one. And it all depends on how many more fucking goals he scores in the World Cup. Because if he goes on and scores another 3 or 4, PSV can instantly go, another 20 million here, please. You know. Where did the talk stem from? Apple could buy United, says Cabbage. I don't know, to be quite honest with you. It was reported by all of the top tier journalists in the UK, so it's hard to know where it originated from, but there must have been some kind of truth behind it if all of the top journalists were reporting on it. All the top sports journalists. Paul says, can you stop crunching them crisps? Jesus Christ. Paul, just use your thumb to scroll to the next one then. That alright for you, Paul? Teo ASMR. How much do you think Man United is worth? Well, I think... What did Chelsea go for? 4 billion? If Chelsea went for 4, United can easily go for 7, you know. And it all depends on how much the... It all depends on how much the Glazers want for it. Mr. Tato on the phone, he's filling a restraining order. Filing a restraining order. Let him come and give it to me face. I'll eat him in one go as well. 4.25 billion, says Dino. Yeah, I mean, United could easily go for 7 billion, you'd have to say it. You know what I mean? Anyway, tonight's chocolate choice is Aero Melts. We've had them on before. They're unbelievable. Unreal. So we'll have a couple of them now as well. So we will. Luke says, who do you think gets sold first, Liverpool or United? Hard to know, really. I think Liverpool are in a better position to be sold because, and that kills me to say as a Manchester United fan, but put it this way. Let's say any one of ye was a billionaire and you were going to buy a club, okay? Now, you're going to get Liverpool for a lot cheaper than Manchester United. And they've already developed their stadium, so you don't have to touch that for probably another 10 years. They have a top-class training ground. They have a top-class manager. You probably just need to invest maybe in some new players, more, you know, youthful players. Whereas if you're going into Manchester United, you're probably going to pay 2 billion more, minimum. All because of the Glazers, of course. Not because there's that big of a gap in terms of value between the two clubs. Then you also have to put 1 billion into the stadium, probably 1 billion into the squad, and another 500 million into redeveloping the training ground and facilities and things like that. So, from a business standpoint, you know, Liverpool is probably the more attractive buy. But I think the one advantage that Manchester United have over Liverpool is the fan base, the global fan base is bigger. You know, and I'm not trying to swipe a dig at Liverpool here or anything. It just is. And you look at the revenue that Manchester United are pulling in, it's still more than Liverpool. And City are only slightly ahead of us. And look how badly we've been doing over the last 10 years. So, if you buy Manchester United and you're looking for a return on your investment in the next 10, 15 years, however long you're going to own it for, Manchester United is probably the best bet. You know, so... But look, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And like I said, as fans, all we can hope for is owners that are competent, that do the right thing and invest in the club properly, you know. Who will replace Ronaldo, says Ethan. It's hard to know. United will not go for less than 7 billion, says Chris. Controversial opinion. Salt and vinegar are nicer than cheese and onion. Shane, that is sacrilege in this group. I'd give it to a junkie in Tala. Just keep them glazers away. Yeah, absolutely. Cooper says Liverpool are the worst team. All my friends are Liverpool supporters, which makes it worse. John says, you see a lot less kids with United jerseys these days. I wonder what that holds for the future. Well, that doesn't mean there's not United fans out there that are kids, you know. I didn't see any fucking Liverpool kids going around with Liverpool jerseys when they were fucking dirt. You know, because no one had a reason to put on a jersey. And United have been that way for the last 10 years. So hopefully, over the next couple of years under Ten Hag, you know, we start winning. You know, hopefully get a couple of trophies under our belt. You know, start challenging for league titles again. You'll see more and more jerseys, you know. Cheese and onion are better in a sandwich, but salt and vinegar are better from a packet, says Oshin. Dino says Liverpool will probably be sold for 5 to 6 billion. Probably, yeah, probably. Give us a sweet, Sean. There you are, sir. Take one of them there. One, I said. Hot chocolate. Aero melts. Joe says, should bang out your closet. Don't know what that means, Joe. Clubs jerseys, win, lose or draw, up the gun. I think you need to learn how to finish sentences. Twig says, I've dark chocolate buttons. You want to trade? Absolutely not. Dark chocolate. Ugh. No way. New prediction for the second half, says Oshin. Right, who's winning it, guys? Let us know in the chat. Tell you what we'll do. We'll get a poll going. Who will win? Here we go. Let's get one going here on TikTok as well. Bum bum bum. Where are the polls? Interact. There we go. Who will win? Germany or Spain? Right. Get your votes in, guys. And we'll have a look and see what you think. Anyway, we're up and running. Sorry, let me get the timer going on YouTube here again. Alright, timer up and running. Let's see. Peanuts and crisps mixed in the same packet. She's your only man. Going to be offside here. Muller is in, but I think it's an offside. Yeah, it is an offside. Yeah. Offside. Spain to win 1-0, says Kieran. Jack says Spain 100%. And Eden says Germany 2-0. There we go. Let's see what people are saying here. Jack, give up. Germany are winning, says Cooper. Alex says I'm gonna go with Germany. They're playing well. Oshin says, do the Germans go out if they don't win, or can they all still go through? I think they're out if they don't win. What do you make of Luis Enrique's Twitch? Personally, I think it's good for the game, for the younger fans, to get them more involved. I didn't even know he had one, Shane, to be honest. I really didn't. Free kick to Germany here on the halfway line. Goes out for a throw on the far side to Spain. Michael says they can still go through after Costa Rica's win earlier. That's right. I did hear that actually, yeah. Riki says, Torres have a shot on target. I'm happy. Have a bet builder going. I'm after winning 2 bet builders so far in this World Cup. One for 40 and one for 50. So, I've done 4. Won 2 and lost 2. Germany look a bit galvanised after half time. Spain having the majority of the possession, but Germany are doing well to keep them pressed right up or right back. And it's with the goalkeeper at the moment. Yeah, Germany are pressing Spain really high up. And when they're free, in a very good position. Germany doing a lot better in the second half here. Jack says you should get a bag of potatoes. Jack, you came too late. I'm already after finishing them. So, really good position here for Germany to get the ball into the box. It's kind of them ones now that you could just get nicely in between the goalkeeper and the edge of the box into that danger zone. And you'd have to think like Rudiger is the main man here. Ah, terrible, terrible, terrible free kick. Goes out for a goal kick on the far side. Oh, yeah. I mean, Spain just stepped up and all it, like literally the whole German team was offside. So the poll is after ending, guys, on TikTok. Germany 36.36% and Spain at 63.64%. So the majority of people going with Spain there. And on YouTube, it's 20% Germany, 80% Spain. So a majority of people thinking Spain are going to win. Oshin says that was a shocking free. It was very poor. Very poor. 2-0 to Germany, says Paddy. He's going with. Make sure you hit the follow button if you're new, guys. Daily World Cup content and Manchester United content as well. Spain doing really well just to keep a bit of possession here. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Coming up the left-hand side here now. Good tackle in the end by Shula there. But Spain keeping a nice bit of possession. Just kind of, you know, settling down a bit. Making Germany work for it. Gundogan with a ball through the middle now, but it's a bit too long and goes all the way back to Seaman in the goal. We have a good game on our hands here. We have a really good game on our hands here, I have to say. And, like, I mean, if Germany can get a win here, they'll go level with Spain on 4 points. And they'll be ahead of Japan and Costa Rica going into the final set of games. So, I mean, Germany really do need a win here, you'd have to say. Asensio now coming down the left-hand side. Goes out for a goal kick in the end. It's good defending. Can you say hi, Kira, please? Hi, Kira. Thanks for watching. Carl is in. Good to see you as well, Carl. Do you have the tree up after the live on Friday? I do, Dylan. Yeah, everything is up now. Everything is up. Thank God it's done and dusted. James, thanks for the gifts on TikTok. Really appreciate it. Should I do the icon pack on FIFA, says me. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know. I'm not up on all of that Ultimate Team. I'm Call of Duty. So, yeah. Sorry. Carol, thanks for the gift, man. Really appreciate it. Who do you think is buying United, says Jack? No idea, to be honest. There's going to be a lot of different consortiums in for us, I think. So we'll find out soon enough, though, I reckon. Almost playing well, I have to say. He's involved in an awful lot down the left hand side. Did you have your crisp, said Carl? Certainly did, pal. Certainly did. Twig says, yeah, do the icon pack. So yeah, I'm not up to speed with all of that kind of stuff. Mossy says, what school are you in? I haven't been in school in... Fuck. I haven't been in school in 16 years. Jesus. I went to the CBS in Kilkenny, though. Apparently Messi is signing for Inter Miami, says Michael. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier on, Michael. I think he still has a couple of years left in him. To be honest with you, I have a feeling he'll go back to Barcelona. You know, he'll go back Barca probably won't pay him an awful lot, but just to go back, I reckon maybe he will. Oh, Spain are trying to be too clever here, and Gundogan is on the ball in the box. Squares it, and a strike. Oh, and Simon with a save. What are Spain doing? They're trying to be too clever here and play out, and Simon is getting on, and they're trying to play at Barcelona of 2011, and you're just not that team, lads. And they're getting too clever, and Germany are pressing them really, really high, and they get away with one there, and they want to cop themselves on, or they're going to be a goal down here. Ricky says, Torres off, bet builder gone. Those. Corner now to Germany here. Cleared at the near post by Morata. But Germany maintain possession here. Get to the end line again. Oh, great tackle. Yeah, there's a few fucking tackles being thrown in now, and cards are coming out, and, you know, players I think are starting to realise, you know, Spain are saying, Spain will probably be happy with a draw, but they're saying, you know, if we lose this game, Germany are up with us. Mossy says, I thought you were around 14. Jesus, do I look that young? 140 million contract for Ronaldo to go to Saudi, says Bren. Yeah. 10,000 likes, says Carl. Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Keep smashing the like button. Hit the follow button if you're new to the channel as well. Did you sit behind Moses in primary? Easy now. Oshin says, 21 years since I did my leaving cert. Still have nightmares. Yeah. I'd say the longest I spent in any of my exams was about 45 minutes. Out the door. Yeah, 2007 I done my leaving cert. I don't think... Here's Musiala coming down the left-hand side now. Germany are putting a bit of pressure on the last few minutes. Cross into the box. No one taking a chance, but it is too deep in the end. Poor cross in the end. Do you think... I don't know who that is, can go to Saudi. If they could see us now, huh? I remember my first drink. Kimmich has gone into the book here for a challenge. And the cards are starting to come, ticking fast. Oh, it's a dirty one. Studs on the ankle. Sore one. That's why you always wear ankle guards when you're playing. Not these little fucking shin guards that are that big. A big long shin guard like that with a fucking ankle guard on the bottom of it. And fly into tackles. Getting a bit feisty out there now, says Alex. It certainly is. Yes, mate, says Hennock. Odds on a late goal for Germany rising. Yeah, they have a chance here now with a free. Again, it's overhit. It goes out for a goal kick. Poor deliveries. Poor deliveries, you'd have to say. But great to see so many people in, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Helps the channel out an awful lot. Hit the thumbs up button as well. Hit the like button. Good to see so many people in though. We're closing in on 2,000 subscribers on YouTube as well. So if anyone on TikTok wants to subscribe to the YouTube channel, loads of content over there. We do all of our lives there as well. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel and hit the subscribe button. Obviously, it helps us out a lot. Jack says opinions on hurling. Yeah, hurling's a great sport. Obviously, I'm a football enthusiast, but no, hurling is a great sport. Oh, great ball, Morata! 1-0, 1-0 to Spain, and a lovely, the assist and the finish. This is a beautiful goal, I have to say. And just like Germany got a goal against the run of play in the first half, you could not maybe to the same level, but you could say that this goal is kind of against the run of play in the second half. Germany have been well on top here, and they've been creating the majority of the chances, but Spain go 1-0 up. Morata gets the goal, and it's a beautiful goal. So the ball works its way out to the left-hand side to Olmo. And I think it's Jordi Alba, and he just plays a lovely little low ball into the near post. And Morata's running across the front post, goes with the outside of his right foot, and just bing, hooks it into the top near corner. And it's 1-0 to Spain. Lovely goal. Great goal. And it was exactly what this game was missing, to be quite honest with you. Great finish. Great finish. So, I mean, Germany are really up against it here now. They really are. They are completely up against it here. And as it stands, Germany are bottom of the group on 0 points. And this is going to be a real tester of this German team's character. They're coming down the left-hand side here now. Cross into the box. Muller goes up. Great defensive header away. Goretzka with the strike, and it's blocked. And a free out to Spain. Class finish. Can't see Germany getting through now, says Oshin. That's going to be tough for him. Who's playing, says Jaden. Spain and Germany, Jaden. It's Morata. He's surely offside. No, he's well on. Well on. What's the score, says Kevin? So it's 1-0 to Spain. Kevin, 65 minutes nearly gone. Guys, if anybody wants the full experience, we're live on YouTube at the moment as well. We've got the scoreboard and the timer and the starting 11 on it. Oh, here's Spain again over the bar. Yeah, we've got the timer, the scoreboard, the starting 11 all on the screen over on YouTube. Link is on my homepage if you want to check it out, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. You'll find us over there as well. Hit the subscribe button while you're at it. But yeah, we've got the scoreboard, and while we speak of it, I have to update the scoreboard on YouTube. No, there we go. 1-0 to the España. What county are you from? And which is the best? I'm from Kilkenny, Jack. And of course, Kilkenny is the best. So it is. Spain ringing in the changes here. Asensio is coming off. Asensio and Gavi come off. And Koke and Williams come on for Spain. Should have took a first touch instead of hitting it miles over the bar. Had plenty of time, says Scott. Yeah, he did. He was in acres of space. So he was. Undeserved goal, says Alex. If you put the whole game in the second half, maybe, but they were unbelievable in the first half. They should have been leading. So probably the fairest result at the moment. But Germany have had the better chances in the second half, you'd have to say. I mean, this team on goalkeeper and this Spanish defence is living on the edge here, trying 2 and 3 passes in their own box. They eventually have to go along. And here's Spain now. Morata through the middle. Has he the pace to get through? His touch is a bit heavy and it goes back into Neuer's hands. I don't think it was actually Morata that took a heavy touch. It was actually one of the German defenders that got a toe in. Twig says Germany are out for sure. It's a long way back from now, isn't it? It really is. And look, they've been playing quite well in this second half, I have to say. And they'll probably feel unlucky given the fact that they had a goal ruled out as well, but you have to be taking your chances when they come. You really do. Spain playing some class football, says Scott. They are. But Germany are playing good football in this second half as well, but Spain certainly do. España como en 2010, says Ala Madrid. I haven't got my Rosetta Stone on me, so. Something to do with Spain. But, yeah. And Germany are ringing in the changes here. Going to be 3 changes in the one go here. Sané is coming on, by the looks of it. Sané, I think, is injured. His right knee is all strapped up there. And the commentators are actually saying that he trained with it yesterday, so it's a bit of a gamble here. Well, hopefully England win the World Cup and maybe we might even see Foden play, says Scott. Yeah, I mean, how Foden is not getting a game for England, I'll never know. I really won't. It's crazy. I just don't understand it. I really don't. Gary Neville hit the nail on the head. He's probably the best player England. He's the best player in England that England have. And he can't get a minute. Well, did he play in the first game? Maybe, but he can't get a start. Gundogan is off. Muller is off. And Kerr is off as well. And they will be replaced by Fulkrug, Klosterman and Sané. Cooper says, nah, I have a feeling Germany can win. Jeez, I don't know. Oshin says, Goetze, I thought he retired. So did I until I seen him on the bench in the first game. And I was like, what is this lad doing still sniffing around the German team? And look, after he scored that goal in the World Cup final, they'll let him play for as long as he wants, I'd say. Who and Sané, said Chris. Yeah. Fulkrug, I think. Klosterman and Sané. It's terrible that I can't pronounce them names. I done German in school for 5 years. So, you think I'd be able to make an attempt at that names a small bit. Sané looking slick with the wet look. Yeah, bit of Brill cream wet look there, tied into the long hair. Scott says, yeah, 100%, mate. Also, what about Maguire? He's outstanding in the World Cup. If he only did it at United. Jesus, don't get me started. But in saying that as well, like, a lot of the things he's done well for England so far in this tournament, he's actually done well for United. But, and you can see as well, the one or two times with England, he just when he gets stood up one-on-one defending, he's fucked. He just, he needs a roundabout to turn. So, and I think the Premier League is a bit faster than than international football anyway. So maybe that's where he falls down. What's the scores? 1-0 to Spain. 1-0 to Spain. Morata with the goal. What's your opinion? Is it Germany could go on into the round of 16? Well, they're losing now, so it's not looking good for Germany. Varane had a great game last night, only back from injury, says Ricky. He did. He's just a Rolls Royce, isn't he, Varane? He's absolute quality. So he is absolute quality. And he's missed in the United team for them few weeks that he was out injured. Oh, great bit of skill there. Musiala, cross into the box. Oh! Who was it? Fucking, what's his name? Klosterman gets across Rodri at the near post and he tries to side foot it, but it just completely goes past his foot. All he needs to do is stick a toe on it and he would have had a shot on target. Oh, Germany, not taking their chances. Not taking their chances. Götze transferred around summer to Frankfurt, says Twigs. Oh, they're in! Germany are in! Oh, save! Oh, and it's still bobbling around the box. Comes to Gnabry with a strike. Does it go for a corner? It does. Now, it hits the goalkeeper's shoulder. And it's a good save. It's point blank. But, Musiala really should be scoring. He slipped in. Oh, you should be scoring. I don't care what anyone says. All you have is a keeper to beat. And it just hits it too close to him. Corner now to Germany. Outswinger. Oh. Heads wide. High and wide. Fulkrug. He's banging in goals for Bremen. Yeah, he's playing with Werder Bremen. He's supposedly... Now, obviously, I haven't seen any of his games or anything, but by all accounts. Who has England played? No one. USA pose slight problems and Iran has no one, says Chris. Who the hell is Fulkrug? Plays for Werder Bremen. Straight at the keeper, says Ushin. Yeah, it was. Yeah, straight down the keeper's throat. But we've got a game on our hands. And Germany really need to go for this now. They really do need to go for it because they're gone if they don't win this tonight. Now, I think, can they technically still get through? Let's have a look at the table here. They technically can still get through. Who are they playing in their last game? They're playing Costa Rica in their last game. So, in the last game, if they lose tonight, they're going to need to beat Costa Rica and then hope that Spain beat Japan and and Germany are 2 goals behind in the goal difference. So they're going to have to beat Costa Rica by 2 goals and then obviously hope that Spain beat Japan. And there's still, what have we got? I mean, we have 15 minutes to go here, plus whatever is added on, and we know how tricky that added on time can be. Why are these assistants taking ages to put the flag up? It actually pisses me off, says Scott. Yeah, look, it's frustrating, but the reason being is that they need the phase of play to finish before they put their flag up. And the reason for that is, if the flag goes up before a goal is scored, then the whistle is blown, and then obviously the player can't score. But if the flag is put up after the goal is scored, then they can go to VAR and check it. So that's the reason for it. Now, and that's what they do all of the time. So when you see these phases of play that go on for 30 seconds after the initial ball is played through, it's just to make sure that a goal doesn't go in. So then they put it up. You know, it does make sense, but I do understand what you're saying. It's very frustrating. But yeah, I mean, Germany are I mean, it's a difficult one to explain. Like we said in the first half, Spain were all over Germany, and Germany went 1-0 up. Now, obviously, it was offside. And in the second half, I mean, I'd like to see the possession stats. Because I'd say Germany have... Oh, fuck, maybe not. Saying here Germany only have 34% possession. But it seems like a lot more, I have to say. Hello, Chicken Nugget. Thanks for the gifts, man. Really appreciate it. It seems like Germany have a lot more possession than what the stats are showing me here. Because they've... Maybe Germany or maybe Spain had so much possession in the first half. But Germany seem to have maybe they have a lot more ball just when they have it. They're in the German final third. Or sorry, the Spain final third. So, it'd be interesting. I mean, it's going to be interesting either way, but Germany need a goal. They really, really need a goal. Oh, he does really well, Musiala. And Fulkrug lets it run, and there's no one behind him. Gives the ball away, and Spain win a throw in the end. What do you think about England Wales? I think it'll be tough, honestly, says Scott. I think England are going to batter him. And I actually said before the World Cup, I done my predictions on a surprise team in the World Cup, and I thought Wales were going to be one of them surprise teams that actually done quite well. And Jesus, they've proved me wrong. They've been awful. They really have. You know, and even their two biggest players. Now I know they're getting on in age, but Bale and Ramsey have been atrocious as well. Germany are in the box here. Oh, does he get in? Oh, great tackle. Spain are going to come away with it. But Germany win the ball back. Here's Fulkrug here. Oh, and he wins a free right on the edge of the box. That's a bit harsh maybe, but it's a good game here. But yeah, I think England will have too much for Wales, if I'm being honest. Need to be completely switched on. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Angel says Germany keep bottling it. King says if only Wales had Delors. Delors, boy. Class. Love him. Scott says, I hope you're right. I'm sure I'll speak to you on here during the game. Oh, we'll be doing it. Yep, we'll be certainly doing that game. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll be here, pal. Anybody who is watching, guys, we're going to be doing an awful lot of watch-alongs for the World Cup. And then, of course, once the Manchester United season kicks in again, we're going to be doing a lot of them. So if you are following the channel, if you're not, what are you doing? Hit the follow button. Or if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Or if you're on either, go to both and hit follow and subscribe. And make sure you hit the bell notification on TikTok or on YouTube. And you get notified when we go live. Alright. Leave us a few. Yeah. Just leave them on the... Yeah, leave them on at the microwave. Thanks, man. Yeah, that's grand. I keep an eye on her there. Yeah, grand. Thanks, man. Perfect. Here's Spain now on the counter-attack. Nico Williams trying to get on it, but Germany have numbers back and they do well there to get the ball back to Neuer. Good covering there. King says you regret that comment. No. I still think Delo has been one of the best right backs in the league this year. In the Premier League, absolutely he has. Been better than Trent anyway. And that's all we need. Scott says I start Rashford and Foden this game. Maybe even Grealish. Yeah, I mean Rashford, obviously I see Rashford a lot more than I see, a lot of the other wide players that England have. And I just think he gives you, England seem to struggle with balls in behind. And Rashford gives you that pace in behind. What's the score now? Oshin, it's 1-0 to Spain. Still. Are you live tomorrow? I'm not sure yet. Let me just double check. Because if you haven't heard already, my mum has just left. She's been minding my daughter while I've been doing this. What have we got tomorrow? What day is today? Spain, Germany. We've got we've got Brazil and Switzerland. I'll try and do it. I will try and do it, but I'm not 100% sure if I'll make it. Keep an eye on my Instagram account, guys, because anytime we do go live, I put it up on the story that we're going live. So if you haven't followed the Instagram, that's where you'll find out. Or again, just hit the bell notification on YouTube. Oh, Germany are in here. Oh, it's 1-1. Is he onside? Oh, it's Fulkrug. It's Fulkrug, whatever that name is. And he comes on as a sub and he gets the goal that Germany need. And he absolutely buried it. Oh, there was no hope of the keeper saving that. He got in. He got everything behind it. He's a big chap. And he fucking buried it. Ball comes down the right hand side. Slipped in. Bit of a kind of a hustle and bustle. But it falls to his foot. Oh, Jesus, he opens the tap on it. And absolutely buries it. Full Krug. And it's 1-1. And we have game on here. 7 minutes to go. All to play for. Germany are back in the World Cup. What a strike. What a strike. And the German manager, Hansi Flick, is going, you got me out of jail there, son. You got me out of jail there. We're waiting here. The ref has stopped for a minute. Is it a substitution, I think, for Germany? And it's going to be Gnabry coming off. And it's going to be Hoffman coming on from the Uzi Mönchengladbach, I think. He caught out well, says Ricky. He did. No stopping that, says Scott. Brent says United need to look at Musala. No one is saving that, says Michael. Score is 2-0. Or sorry, it's not 2-0. It's 1-1. Apologies. Spain 1, Germany 1, guys. If you want to check us out, we're live on YouTube as well. We've got the scoreboard up there and the timer and the starting 11. Link is on the homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Go over there and hit the subscribe button. We're live over there for the full experience, guys. But it's 1-1. And it's game on here for the last, 5 minutes of normal time plus whatever's added on. Oh, and who is it? Koke goes down holding his face and Rudiger goes like that straight away. Is there something in this? Nah, is there? No, I don't think so. It's just that kind of holding him off to let it go out for a goal kick, and he kind of takes one in the snout. No, nothing in it. Ref waves it on. All's fair in love and war. Oh, Germany nearly got in there again. And Spain are living on the edge here, so they are. Big ball right down through the middle. Just cut them open. Germany making another substitution here. Shawnee says, who do you think will win the World Cup? I'm going with Brazil, Shawnee. And Joseph says, watching it now, how are they in last behind Japan? The table doesn't lie, does it? That's the thing. Germany need to keep pressing, give it their effort in the last few minutes. Yeah, absolutely. And Brent says, United need to move on Gakpo. Yeah, well, it's looking like they potentially are going to make a move for him. So it does. Spain are struggling to even get on the ball here the last, maybe this second half nearly even. Like, let me see the... Yeah, possession is 63% to Spain. I can't believe that, really, to be honest with you. It feels like it's all Germany, you know. Mentality said, playing Google Mini Cup feature game, you heard of it? No, I haven't. It's going to be an interesting last few minutes. Interesting to see what the ref is going to add on here as well. Germany's done a complete U-turn since 2 weeks. They have. Game of two halves for them. And you could see it from the... I suppose even maybe the last five or so minutes in the first half, they tended to kind of, all right, they're coming here. You know, and obviously they galvanised then at half time. And second half, it's been all Germany. Should be looking at Felix to buy, says Colin. Well, yeah, there's been talks of United being linked with him. I wouldn't say no to him. And again, it goes back to what I've said previously. If Ten Hag wants a player, I'm all for it. And, you know, I think we've gone past the whole United and the board signing players. And I think Ten Hag basically has full control over who he wants. And we've seen that in the summer. And he got it right in the summer. So I trust him, you know. And I'm sure there is going to be signings under the Ten Hag era that don't work out. But so far, he's off to a good start. You know what I mean? He really is. Oh, Spain are in. Morata. Oh, he's in. Oh, he closed it. What a tackle. And he celebrates that like a goal. What a tackle. And Morata couldn't sort his feet out here. He really should have just, you know, first touch. You know, he keeps closing the angle on himself, pushing himself wider because he can't sort his feet out. Get the ball out of your feet, you big donkey, and take a shot. But no, and then the German defender gets back with a beautiful tackle. Had to time it perfectly or he would have given away a penalty. Brilliant tackle. Love to see it. Love to see it. Chicken Nugget, thanks for the gifts, man. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Here's Spain in again. Oh, another good tackle there. If you're new to the channel, guys, make sure you hit the follow button. Daily World Cup and Manchester United content. And all of the watch-alongs as well. So make sure you hit the bell notification if you follow so you don't miss out on anything. Six minutes of added time, guys. 6 minutes to go. Oshin says, you're Ten Hag. Who are you signing? Who are you selling and loaning in January? Well, I'm not going to sell anyone, to be honest, because our squad is still kind of paper thin. I would be looking to sign before I sell. If we can get another right back in, then we can let Wan-Bissaka go. We do need another centre back, and there's been links. There's been talks of United in for the South Korean centre back, that big colossus of a centre-back. Kim, I presume, is his name. And then obviously a striker. You know, we desperately need a striker as well, so... Kim of Napoli, says Riki. Yeah, yeah. Again, it's going to be hard to get him in January, though, given how well Napoli are doing, you know. But I certainly wouldn't be selling anybody because it's going to be a long season. Maybe some of the younger players you can let out on loan, you know. Pro says the 4 and goalkeeper are called Kim. They are actually. The back 4 and the goalkeeper are all called Kim. Yeah. Germany have players forward. If they can move the ball forward fast, they have numbers over. Can Germany get it? Poor pass inside. And Busquets is going to sweep up here. And now Spain are on the counter. This is some game. This is what the World Cup is all about, isn't it? Slip? No. Too much. Germany come away with it, win a free kick. But it's been a great game, guys. It's been an absolutely great game. Germany again in possession, and Spain are trying to see this out, I would say, more than anything else. You would have to say. Oh. Carvajal tries to head it back to the goalkeeper and puts it out for a corner. Uh-oh. Squeaky bum time. O'Sheen says, easily game of the tournament so far. Absolutely game of the tournament. It's been brilliant. From start to finish. It's been absolutely brilliant. And like I said, this is what the World Cup is all about. And you know, once we get through these group stages, you're going to be getting more big games like this. And that's what, you know, that's what you enjoy. Corner now to Germany. Can they nick it at the end? It'd be unbelievable if they did. It would probably be a bit harsh on Spain. I think a draw would be the fairer result. So, corner about to be swung in here. Back post, Rudiger. Oh, he never even jumped for it. But Germany win a throw on the far side. Busquets has gone down here. And he's back up like a fucking salmon out of a chute. Yeah, he just blocks him. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. He just stands his ground. Goretzka is just standing there. I don't think there was anything really in that. Joseph says, score 93rd minutes. Here it comes. We're in the 95th now, I'm afraid. Joe, apologies, pal. Musiala now, nice bit of skill. Tries to get the ball out wide, but just off balance. Here's Williams now with a bit of pace. Ah, great defensive tackle there. Germany this second half have been a completely different team. Oh, they're in. They're in. Whished. Sané round the keeper. Too much. Pulls it back. Oh, they win a corner in the end. Sané took too much out of it. He was one-on-one with the goalkeeper and tried to go around him. Why didn't he shoot? Oh, Sané. He was onside and all. Oh, you tried to be too clever. Just pull the trigger, you fool. No, takes it around the keeper, tries to pull it back, then eventually wins it. Oh, that was the chance. That was the chance. Corner now to Germany. This will probably be it. Great ball in. Oh, Seaman is out like a salmon. Straight up. And there's the whistle. 15 seconds short of the 6 minutes, which is kind of strange. But what a game. What a game. Game of the World Cup, by far. And I'm absolutely delighted we done the watch along for it. USA, says Joseph. What a game. What a game. You'd have to say. Let me know. Who do you think? Man of the match, guys. Let me know in the chat. Who are you going for man of the match? But Jesus, that was some game. Really, really, really was. I have to say. Who this? Musiala says Jim Bob. Tom says best game of the tournament. See, I'm nice to you. Fuck you, Tom. But yeah, absolutely best game of the tournament. Absolutely. Chris says Fulcrum, man of the match. But yeah, it's all finished, guys. So let's have a look at the actual group table here and see how it's fixed. So Spain, I think Spain are pretty much guaranteed. Well, they're not. They're not guaranteed yet, I don't think. So basically Germany have one. So Spain are top on 4. Japan and Costa Rica are both on 3. And then Germany are bottom on 1 point. So Spain play Japan and Germany play Costa Rica in the last round of fixtures. And I'm not saying you would expect Spain to beat Japan, but you would think they would. And then obviously Germany need to beat Costa Rica. If that's the case, then both Spain and Germany will go through. But either way, you're going to have the winners. So if Germany do go through, they're going to have a difficult last 16 because they're going to be playing the winners of a different group. So it's all set up for the last round of fixtures, you'd have to say. And it's really going to be interesting. Let me have a check here and see when them games are on. Fixtures. Germany, Costa Rica is on next Thursday. And so is Spain. So it's going to be really... that's going to be a massive day of fixtures, you would have to say. Because obviously if Japan beats Spain... Which one is the early game? Let's have a look here and see. I think maybe, when did I say? Next Thursday, the 1st of December. So, they're both on at the same time. We'll be doing a double watch along for that. They're both on at 7 bells, 7 in the evening. That's Ireland, UK time. And they're both on at the same time. So we'll definitely be doing a double watch along for that, which is great. Yeah, happy out with that now. And yeah, really, really, really good. Really good. Really, really good. Delighted with that now, have to say. Absolutely delighted with that. So yeah, we'll be doing a double watch along for that. So obviously, you know, if Japan beats Spain, then Germany are finito. And so obviously, if Spain beat Japan, Germany then have to go on and beat Costa Rica to get the W, as they say. But guys, it's been a great watch along. Really enjoyed it. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Like I said, I am going to try and do the watch along tomorrow between Brazil and Switzerland. But I have the baby, so if I can get my wife is away for a couple of days, so if I can get the mum to mind her again tomorrow, then absolutely. But we will 100% be back on Tuesday night for Wales versus England. Massive game there, obviously. You know, England need a win more than anything. That's the big one there. But yeah, we'll definitely be back on Tuesday night for that at about 6:45. If you're new to the channel, guys, make sure you hit the follow button. Daily Manchester United and World Cup content. Obviously, we're doing the World Cup now, and we're talking Manchester United transfer news and stuff like that as well as and when we get it. So make sure you're hitting the follow button. If you're new to the YouTube channel, please do hit the subscribe button. If anybody on TikTok wants to follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel, we do an awful lot of our lives over there as well. So link is on the homepage, or just search United Community Channel and hit subscribe there too. I think that's it. Is it? I think that's it. But what a game of football we've seen, lads. Absolutely brilliant. Game of the tournament so far. Happy days. Probably a fair result in the end, you would have to say. Spain had the better of it in the first half. Germany had the better of it in the second half. So, Moss says, Waterford accent. No, Kilkenny, my friend. Kilkenny. Not far off, though. Not far off. But guys, thanks to everybody who's watched, who's followed, who's liked, shared, subscribed, all of that good stuff, all the comments as well. I appreciate it. We'll see, if not tomorrow night, keep an eye, like I said, on my Instagram, because I put anytime we're going live, I'll put the story up on Instagram. And to be honest with you, probably the best place to find out about the lives is if you join our Discord group. Again, if you're watching on TikTok, link is on my homepage to the Discord group. Go in there and join. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can either scan the QR code on the screen or it's pinned to the top of the chat. So go join the Discord group. I put all of the notifications up in there for when we're going live. So keep an eye on that tomorrow, because if we are going live for the Brazil game, I'll let you know. But if not, we'll definitely be back on Tuesday for Spain versus Wales. But guys, thanks everyone who watched, comment, shared, subscribed, all of that good stuff. Until the next time, peace out.